pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the October 6th, 2025 Town Board meeting. We need a motion to accept the prior minutes from September 15th and October 1st.
I'll make the motion.
One second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm going to abstain from the October 1st, I was not here.
So carried. Correspondence from the town clerk.
I have resolution number 7 of 2025, classifying the splash pad project as a type 2 action. The proposed Halloween curfew, surplus equipment from the supervisor's office, surplus equipment from the police station. The dairy barn roof replacement project bid opening results. Correspondence from the New York State Unified Court System that Judge Goldsmith completed his certification for 2025. The police chief's report for September of 25. Our school tax bill paid for property 19-1-29. Correspondence from New York State Department of State that they received our local law number 5 with regard to dogs, dangerous dogs, I guess. The mortgage tax receipts for August and September. The Mount Hope EMS report. A resolution from our ZBA with regard to Gray's Woodworks at 177 Mapes Road. That was approved. And recommendation from Pittengarrow and Dutch Consulting Engineers for the bid opening. And that is all that I have.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So we got committee reports. So a few things. I got a couple items. One, we presented the budget, or I presented the budget to Kathleen on the 30th. She presented it to the board on October 1st. The budget workshop is the 14th of October. The highlights are the tax levy will remain the same, so 0 increase in A, B, DA, DB, which is great. Unfortunately, the governor has not signed the bill that would exempt the ambulance from the tax cap. It's sitting on her desk. She has not signed it. I've been told she's going to sign it around the holidays. Nice courage on her part. But that's where we're at. So unfortunately, we're going to have to exceed the tax cap so we can pay for the ambulance district. But the positive is your taxes are going to drop in A, B, DA, DB because the tax rate will be lower. This is all proposed, obviously, we haven't voted on anything. This isn't my tentative budget, which we have the workshop, so that's the positive. Since the last meeting, I received a letter from Teresa from Horizon Seniors. This is something myself, Brian, Carrie the mayor, Carrie the deputy supervisor, and Janet Sutherland have been working on. So as everyone's aware, the board has been working on this with Devon's Gate. The water there is looks terrible. Two things can be true. The water can look terrible and smell terrible and still pass the minimum legal requirements for drinking. I think it's disgusting. We've been working to find a solution. We promised them we'd find a solution, and this board agreed months ago, I forget the meeting, to annex that land into the village so that they could get clean water from the village. We are legally not able to start that petition. They are. We got a letter from them saying they are going to start that process, and they have contracted with Fusco Engineering, so that process is starting. So the representation of this board and our county legislator, Janet Sutherland, got that ball rolling along with the mayor, and that's been going for probably about 9 months now, roughly. I think it was winter time when we started that. So I'm glad to see that finally we're going to see some fruition to all of our hard work on it. So that's moving right along. The ambulance report, Very exciting, we now have an ambulance working in the town of Mount Hope. We've had 8 calls up until today. The first call was a motor vehicle accident. We were there before the police, we were there before the fire department, 7 minutes, under 7 minutes. That was quicker than an ambulance has been on the scene in the previous 18 months in the entire town. So that is great news, and hopefully that'll keep going. Along those same notes, we got the quotes for adding the heat for the police garage. So we got 3 quotes, one from Westar, $9,285, one from Larson's, $8,450, and one from AC Howell for, actually I have to add it. $53.50, $5,350. They're gonna do the installation for free. We just had to pay for the materials, and we have to run the electric line. So my proposal would be for us to accept the quote from AC Howell for $5,350, plus we do the electric work. And then lastly, the stove at the Harding House, which is our building at the Historic Society, is no longer working. I met with Nancy today, as soon as I found out, and we got a, not really a quote, but I got a price from Home Depot for a new stove, almost identical, different brand than the one that they have, $799 from Home Depot. It's a it'll be a propane stove, so I'd like to move forward with, they need a new stove, so we don't think we have much choice for that. So that's all I have. Jim? Any-
Nope, just to follow up, anything on the electric board you need done, added to that, please let me know, and I'll get that on the board as soon as possible. Andrew, do you want to put something on the board for the cleanup weeks?
Yes, that starts Wednesday of
Okay.
this week
All right.
and goes to the following Saturday.
All right, I'll touch base with you at the meeting, and I'll get it on the board tonight for you. And that's it. I mean, also, I just want to say a great job to the Historical Society yesterday at the Fall Festival. It was a nice turnout and a nice event. That's all.
Thank you. Chris?
I just want to say, in respect to the ambulance, it's something that I know took a long time to figure out what was the right way to go and how we were gonna do it, but, I think it was a monumental thing that we did in the community with that. And, I wanna thank the highway guys too, they did a really nice job on that room in there for me. And, you know, I just think it's gonna be great for the community all the way around, so. I don't have anything else. Do you wanna make motions on them now?
Why don't we let everyone talk and then we'll do them. Andrew, thank you for the step, by the way. Poof, there's a concrete step there. It was amazing today. Carrie?
First, Mary Beth is not here tonight, so Pocatello Mount Hope Fire Company is having a sip and paint fundraiser on October 24th from 6 to 8. It's $50 per person. We'll have the contact information here if anybody needs that. Also on the ambulance, I think, Andrew, everybody did a great job working on that, and the changes you're gonna make the senior center, I think, are gonna work really well for the seniors. So I've stopped up to see a couple of the EMTs, and they all seem happy with the building and happy to be here, so I think it's gonna go well. We had a couple events this weekend, the Harvest Festival, as always, the Mount Hope Historical Society did a great job with that. Mount Hope Chinese Association had their Chinese Renaissance Festival at the Veterans Park in the village. It also went very well. It was beautiful weather this weekend for outdoor activities. Kathleen Bello is working on the trunk or treat, which again will be in the Presbyterian Church parking lot. So she's looking for some more trunks to sign up. There is a link online to sign up. Andrew, she is going to need light towers in the parking lot, if you could for that. But I think we'll need to check with the church, because since it's a Friday this year, we usually put them in parking spaces, so check and see where they want them, because I don't want to interfere with their parking over the weekend.
Thank you. Amanda?
There's a proposed planning board meeting on the 15th. I haven't received notification that there definitely is one. It's only if we have an agenda for one. Also, Veterans Day is coming up next month. I just wanted to touch base with everyone, make sure we were still going to post it with the VFW. As usual, coffee, cider, donuts, bagels. If anyone wanted to speak, I was going to reach out to them and coordinate a ceremony. Of course, it's always at 11 a.m., very sharp, so.
Perfect.
All right.
Kurt, can you make a note so you can take care of that for us too? Perfect, thanks. All right, so can we get a motion, first to replace the stove at the Harding House, just in case this one's out of stock. I'll buy something similar, so at a cost not to exceed $1,000.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Make a motion to accept the quote from AC Howell to put the heat in the garage at the police garage
For how much?
for, $5,350.
I'll make that motion.
Need a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Was there any others? Motions, we got everything? Okay, great, thanks. Highway report, Andrew?
Yeah, just a reminder to everyone for the cleanup, for fall cleanup, it's Wednesday the 8th, and it also goes on Saturday also, and then we're gonna be off on Monday for the holiday, Columbus Day, and then it goes to the following Saturday. Otherwise, that's it.
Awesome, great, thank you. Kurt, please?
Alright, well, the chief left me a bunch of notes. October 1st was our Coffee with the Cop event. Officers received a lot of feedback from attendees, and it went smoothly and was well attended. We'd like to thank all the board members for attending. The commissioner of 911, I'm gonna butcher his name, Peter yeah, thank you.
Strictly, yeah.
Carl Brabanack, and mostly Steve Newhouse for attending. He generously picked up the tab for our last event, that was July 9th, and he picked up a good portion of the tab for this one. We're looking to surplus some old broken equipment, and the chief is recommending the hire of Justin, again, I'm gonna butcher his name, Justin Namoli as part-time police officer.
Sounded good.
Justin or Jason?
It's Justin.
This is Jason on here.
It's Justin.
Justin.
It's Justin.
Justin. Justin.
It's Justin.
Okay, they typed in Jason.
All you got for me?
Okay, great, thank you. We have anything recreation? No, I don't think. So,
Just a trunk or treat.
just the trunk or treat, Carrie covered it?
She has a bunch of Halloween activities coming up. There's something this weekend, the following weekend, but they're all on her Facebook page.
And we spoke with Andrew and Troy, and they're working on the projector and the screen, and that's moving along, so we should be able to do the movie stuff as well. Brian, Village?
This Friday, the DMV bus will be at Village Hall the 10th. Our board meeting is moved from Monday the holiday to Tuesday, the 14th, 7 o'clock. We have 2 fire vehicles out of service right now. If I didn't say this last time, the ladder truck is getting serviced, getting new tires and rims, and the rescue truck is currently getting refurbished. They're stripping everything off, refurbishing it. Hopefully, we'll have it back at some point after the first of the year for the Otisville Fire Department's 100th anniversary next year. As Carrie said, the event went very well. We went to both events, the Mount Hope Historical Society and also the Renaissance Fair, so it was great weather. Doesn't seem like fall, but it was good. That's it, that's all I got.
Perfect, thank you. Under old business, Hidden Valley. So I was out there today. TAM finished up 13 manholes. Today was the last day, they believed. So that was very productive. They will be putting together a report and getting back to us. Mike, you are correct. I spoke to Jason and Jamie today. So the pump that went was not in the EQ tank. It was the pump that's in the Noxon tank that has been replaced. Jason is setting up something with Jamie. We're gonna do a walkthrough, and we'll try to get a date for that in the very near future to get an update. And there's a couple other things we gotta resolve there, so. But the positive is the manholes have been what we have to fix there is fixed, that was covered by the grant from Senator Scofus, so that was no cost to us.
Did they say about the water, or any, like abruptly, how much they think stopped, or?
No, it's hard to tell.
You're not gonna know that.
And it's so dry, once we get an idea, so. All right, new business. So we have a list of the surplus, the items we want to surplus. Kathleen? did you want-
Yours?
You want to just read them all?
Sure. Requesting a resolution to declare the following items surplus property: an Asus wire keyboard, an HP wired keyboard, Asus router, HP Elite monitor, HP monitor, Yealink IP phone, Yealink IP phone, Yealink wireless IP phone base, 3 more Yealink wireless phones, a Dell Inspiron laptop, Asus tower, and an HP tower.
Need a motion to surplus and dispose of these items.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And we will we'll get the hard drive and dispose of that as well. Police surplus items. Kathleen, you wanna read that?
Yep. And that one is to surplus a blackboard drawer file cabinet, and a higher mini fridge, and a Sharp MX printer.
And the mini fridge is the one that went on fire,
Yeah.
so that's really garbage. Alright, need a,
Too far is
so that's real garbage. Need a motion to surplus the police
I'll
items.
make the motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Motion to approve the 2025 Halloween curfew. Do
You gonna read that off? Then
you wanna read it, Kathleen? Did we,
Sure.
I don't think we got that. Did
No,
get
we
that?
didn't.
No.
It's standard from the other years. Anyone under the age of 18 must be off town roads after 9 PM from October 25th through November 1st, unless they are accompanied by a parent or guardian over the age of 21 years, or if they're coming to or from a work or school assignment.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. So the e-recycling, so as part of the program, Andrew pointed out to me that we're not allowed to charge for any items that are turned in, and there's a whole long list, and you can touch base with Andrew. So this would be the motion for us to not charge for any items turned in under the e-recycling program during the trash days.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. This motion would, so what this is, so in the event, there's a need for a paramedic, and a paramedic from either the town of Walk Hill or the town of Wayleanda jumps onto our ambulance. What happens is, instead of the person that needs assistance getting 2 separate bills, we would send one bill, and then, from us, covering both costs, and then we pay for the paramedic, basically. This is a standard agreement that, all ambulances have. So this would authorize me to sign a contract with the town of Walk Hill for their paramedic, and a separate agreement for the paramedic from the town of Wayleanda. The town of Walk Hill cost is $375, and the town of Wayleanda cost is $400. So I need a motion for that.
I'll make the motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Need a motion to hire, it's Justin, and how do we pronounce his name, did we decide? It's spelled wrong, Niamoli, as a part-time, non-competitive police officer pending his passing of the psychological exam.
I'll make the motion.
All in favor?
I'll second.
Oh, second? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Motion to hire Raymond Ayers as a motor equipment operator for the highway department effective 10/22/2025. And this is to replace the opening that we have.
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Need a motion to approve the fuel agreement with Greenville Ambulances to sell them fuel for the ambulance that's being used in town. Same as we have with 4-H, Greenville, or the village and, house.
House.
Yep.
I'll
Need a second?
I'll
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Kathleen, can you read the, seeker notice?
Sure. Whereas the town of Mount Hope intends to construct a splash pad and an associated bathroom building and ancillary sidewalk at a municipal park property located at 300-316 Finchville Turnpike, Otisville, New York 10963. And whereas the project consists of a non-residential facility totaling 3,520 gross square feet in area, and whereas Title VI of the New York Code of Rules and Regulations, Section 617.5 under the State Environmental Quality Review Act provides that certain actions identified in subdivision C of that section are not subject to environmental review under the Environmental Conservation Law. And whereas Title VI of the New York Code of Rules and Regulations, Section 617.5C9 identifies the construction or expansion of a primary or accessory/appurtenant non-residential structure or facility involving less than 4,000 square feet of gross floor area and not involving a change in zoning or a use variance and consistent with local land use controls as an action not subject to environmental review under the Environmental Conservation Law. Now therefore be it resolved that the town of Mount Hope hereby determines that the project is a type 2 action in accordance with 6 NYCRR section 617.5C9 and is therefore not subject to further review under the Environmental Conservation Law.
Need a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. So as I mentioned when I gave a quick overview, potentially because of the ambulance district, we're gonna go over the 2% by about 43,000 if everything stayed the same. So we need to do a override on the budget. Of course, the governor could always sign her bill that's in front of her, that was passed. And I didn't mention it, but I do wanna thank Senator Skoufis because he did push for that passage. And the public hearing date would be October 20th for that. So I need a motion to set a public hearing for October 20th for that, bill, or
At
that,
7 p.m.
local law,
At 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. So we've got the bids for the replacement of the roof at the barn. The recommendation of, our engineer is to accept the bid of another name that I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce. Lekla, Home Improvement and Roofing, $63,250. And that is the recommendation of our engineer to replace the roof that is damaged and leaking at this point. So I would need a motion to accept that bid so we can get the work done at this time.
I'll make the motion.
Need a second?
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. We need a, motion to authorize paying bills abstracts 38, 39, and 40.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Public participation, anyone would like to come up and address the board, step right up, just say the name for Kathleen for the record. Or Heidi. Mhm. Nobody? Okay. Board comments? Jim?
No comments.
Chris?
Nothing, sir.
Sorry, Carrie? Amanda?
No.
All right. Then I need a motion to adjourn.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay, Andrew, can we work it out where you guys pick up the police surplus items and our surplus items?